a company based in sustainable city lighting business. And I think it's very relevant to what we are doing at ISEC today as well, bringing sustainable solutions and creating innovative solutions as well. And the person that is going to be delivering this session to us is Aman Chawla, and he's the founder of City Light. And he has a very impressive story of actually, uh, actually diverting from a really satisfying job and creating a sustainable business, which is City Light today. So I hope it's going to be really insightful and you're going to get some good learnings out of this. So over to you, Aman.
Hi, good morning and good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. Thanks, Sumedha, for the lovely introduction. I just am not sure if I will have the audio up and running. Rest everything seems to be okay because I just got a message from Zoom pop up on my screen. So we'll see as we get there. So let me start. Can everybody view my screen?
It's a little bit blurred.
Okay.
Now, yeah, now it should be fine. But still, it's a little bit blurred. I think you need to uncheck the try not to optimize screen option. Yeah.
Okay. Let me try again. Yeah. Is it better
Yeah,
now?
now it's perfect. Yeah.
But the audio, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. Aman, you're muted if you're talking. It's okay, guys. I think technical issues. I think we have a few technical issues. While we fix it, we can have a quick chat. How is everything going for everyone? What time is it for you where you are? It's 6:15 a.m. for me, and it is what -4 degrees right now for me. Yes, but yeah, I see Aman is back.
Yeah, sorry about the glitch.
Yeah,
I hope it should be okay this time. I see no error message. I hope everybody can hear me. I
yeah,
have a
it
long
works.
presentation and I think I've given myself 2 minutes less now. So good
It's
morning
okay.
and good afternoon again, everyone. Thanks, Sumedha, for the great introduction. And so we are City Light. We are a city smart street lighting company. We do street light automation for cities. And I started this company in 2012. And this is a presentation on the journey so far. So it's been 8 years and 8 long years for me, and it covers basically few key aspects of the journey which I believe would be very relevant for the team on the call. And it's not very theoretical. I tried to keep the presentation absolutely basic and easy to understand. And if I'm say getting into too many concepts that are going over your head, you can probably drop a message. I will try to simplify it for all of you. So again, great to be here on the call with all of you. So City Light, like I said, is a smart street lighting company, and we do street lighting for any city. It may be a smart city, it may be a city that wants to be smart. But one thing is sure: the moment we step into a city, we end up making it a smart city, because street lighting is where everything starts, and sustainability, energy efficiency, all things kind of culminate into services like smart street lighting, services like smart traffic, services like smart garbage disposal, and we happen to be one of the key links in that chain. So this is a slide on how smart street lighting actually works, and I'll just quickly explain how this happens. Yeah, so basically, there are you can say two main key aspects about a street light. So you see four poles on the screen. So these are any poles of any city, and there are something called as a gateway and a street light controller, which we go and install on the pole. So gateway is similar to a Wi-Fi router in your home, which connects multiple mobile phones and multiple laptops together on the Wi-Fi network. Similarly, we have a gateway. The technology is not Wi-Fi, but they work very similarly to a Wi-Fi system. So each streetlight controller is then connected to a pole, and when it's evening, the lights turn on by themselves. So basically, this magic happens thanks to the system that is installed on the lights. And once this is done, so these are few of the live images of projects that we've done. And once this is done, we basically view the city on a map on a computer, and this is how it looks. And basically, this is, you can say, the main reason most of the cities go in for a solution like this, because the energy saving, the sustainability, the features of the product are something that everybody knows about. But the main reason they go in for a solution like this is because of the ease of access of information. The data that is available, which otherwise is very hard to find, is on a screen of your office, and you could be anywhere in the world. You just need to press a button and you get all the information, and that's the beauty of the product. So these are three different customer screens that I'm sharing with you. So basically, this kind of gives you a gist of how the representation is done. And it's a mobile as well as a web app, which can be viewed on any connected device. And once that whole automation on the street has been done, everything that we capture can be captured, can be displayed on a screen in your mobile. And apart from that, we have smart integrations with temperature sensors, with video cameras, with the humidity sensor, with pollution level sensors, because street lights happen to be a vantage point on the road. So from a height of a street light pole, you get great access into information like I said, pollution, temperature, humidity, and it's a great place to install a camera, because from there you get a kind of a wide angle view of the road, and you can basically take informed decisions. Moving on, we all love numbers, so let's come to the main part of smart street lighting. So one smart street light can save up to $1 a day, and that's a lot. It may sound feeble as $1, but if you consider the number of street lights installed on the street. So I'll give you a figure for India. I don't know the figure for the world, but it would be multiples of the Indian number. So in India, there are anywhere in between 3 to 4 um crore lights. So 3 to 4 crore would be about 30 million lights in on the street. So 30 to 40 million street lights are there, powered every single day. So you can only imagine the amount of money that can be saved based on our street light automation. Then it saves around 3,000 pounds of CO2 per year. One street light automated saves 3,000 pounds of CO2 a year. And obviously it saves the atmosphere from heating up. So basically we are all aware of the harmful effects of carbon dioxide getting into the atmosphere and causing a whole lot of trouble with the hole in the ozone. Basically, to further simplify the point, it's not that there is no carbon dioxide emission going to happen once you do a streetlight automation, but the emission is reduced to less than half of what it was before the automation was. And the harmful effects of carbon dioxide include global warming, the hole in the ozone layer, and obviously with the temperature rise of the globe overall, it leads to the melting of the glaciers and the rise in the sea level. And it's basically a very well documented problem, which can be solved in a way by this sustainable practice.
Certainly.
So yeah, so the numbers so far, so we've done automation of about 1 million street lights so far. We've completed automation in 130 cities, and we work with the biggest lighting companies in the world. The names are on your screen: Panasonic, Havells, and Bajaj. So So these are slides up till now were slides about the company. Now I'll touch upon a bit about my journey. So hi again, I'm Aman Chawla, and I'm founder and CEO of City Light. I love cooking, running, and obviously my wife. And these are few fun facts about me. So before we move on further, I would like all of you to ponder upon a question, that how many of you want to start your own company? And I will come back to you for answers. Maybe you can share your answers in the meantime in the chat. So this is a slide on my journey so far. So when I was in my final year of college, I had five offers from different leading companies in the space that I studied in. So I studied electronics engineering, and I had five offers in my final year. I went and joined my dream company, which was TI. And so, very soon after joining, I realized that this was probably my calling and my purpose was being fulfilled once I joined the company. But very soon after joining, I realized that if I continued on that job for another 6 months, I would probably never leave. And obviously, when you're very close to your purpose, you're very close to something that kind of aligns the stars of you, then there is this fear, and I probably had that fear back then, and that fear reminded me of my boyhood dream. My boyhood dream was to because I had seen my father work really hard for the years that I was in my school, and my dream was to to elevate the product that was made in my father's company. And I saw him work day and night, and I wanted him to take a back seat. I wanted to be the person running the business, and I wanted it to be something to do with electronic chips. It's something to do with automation, something to do with energy efficiency. And that was my boyhood dream, and that's something that I realized in my first year, and that's why I left my dream job. So my father's company is called Polypack. So they know nothing about electronics. They know nothing about PCBs and automation. So they're basically a plastic pipe manufacturing company. And I myself had zero experience of running a business. So it was kind of a match not made in heaven, but we kind of fine tuned the things. And I eventually realized that my dream was not finding the right fuel, and everything that I had in mind was not kind of getting completed, and people were not taking it seriously. And I spent a good amount of time on pondering whether I took the right decision by leaving my previous company, and I would have been probably better off if I had remained where I was in TI. So then eventually I realized that I had to build my own team. I called that team Atapa. Atapa is a Sanskrit word for sunlight, and we very soon bagged the biggest order for streetlight automation in 2015. This was for a city in India, and very soon we became the biggest automation company in India. And that was, many would say, the highest point of one's life, when you know that you've bagged the biggest order and you become the biggest streetlight automation company in the world, in India. And we so just to give a few numbers to you, so we bagged an order for 5 million US dollars at that time, and that's a big number. But very soon after completing that project, we realized that we took a few wrong decisions, and this was back in 2016, and we kind of were not able to circulate the flow of money the way it should have been. And we faced a tremendous cash flow issue, because we worked with the government, and the government did not know how to complete the cycle of the product that we were supplying. Though we had the technology, though our product worked brilliantly, they had some issues in their entire system to get the clearances from the different cities that we worked at in 2016, and therefore the payments did not come in the way we expected them to. And that's when we had to pivot. So we this was a really low point. So a very high point was current immediately followed by a very low point. So we took immediate action, and we immediately stopped government business in 2017. and we focused only on OEM business. So for the people who don't know, OEM stands for original equipment manufacturer. So we became a prime supplier for streetlight automation thanks to our experience by then. But by cutting off the government channel of sale, we kind of took a very bold decision at that time, because not many companies were ready to invest in the product that we manufactured. So therefore, the best option to sell the product was directly to the government, but that had its own challenges, and we took a tough call. We said we would not be directly supplying to the government, and we basically signed up for a period of trial, and in that trial, which it lasted more than 12 months, but eventually we did the single OEM project in 2018. This was for the city or capital city, Delhi, and then we bagged the single biggest smart city lighting order. And now we started supplying to so things started to look up. We started supplying to the three biggest OEMs by 2019, and then the pandemic hit. So when the pandemic hit, it obviously questioned a lot of the things that everyone did, and we were not excluded from that group, and we kind of introspected, and including me and the entire team. And then there were a lot of things and a lot of questions that we were not able to answer. So we went into deep introspection, found few answers, and we realized a couple of things which made us do certain things different. To rename our company to City Light. City Light, followed by the pandemic. So the pandemic followed a lot of restrictions in India, but we working in 130 cities could not stop. So we continued to work non-stop during the lockdown without a single day break. We completed 3 smart city projects within the span of 1 year. Two of them were while the lockdown was in place. And Panasonic became a customer for us after the pandemic. And we are changing 90 million lives daily. So that's a big achievement. So if you see closely, though I've taken longer than I anticipated on this slide, but if you see clearly, there are three colors, four colors on this screen. Sorry, but the blue color has a keen significance with my talk. So the blue color is basically the color of purpose, and if you see the first three boxes and the last box are all blue in color, and I will come back to this later. Yeah. So I have the same question back at you. How many of you now want to start a company? Maybe you can leave your answers in the chat. I won't wait to read, but I will definitely come back and give you my suggestion at the end of the slide. So there was something missing. Even after all of these ups and downs, right up to the pandemic, there was something missing. I worked in four different verticals of multiple companies, and there was something missing. And that something was something very deep. If you see, in 2008, when I was in TI, I probably was impacting one life, and that one life was my own. When I joined my father's business, Polypack, the only life I was impacting was my own. Again, one. When we built a team and started working for multiple customers, we were probably impacting our own lives and those 100 customer lives. So we were probably total 100 lives impacted. But the pandemic forced us to think and introspect, and we kind of built out of that introspection a purpose for the company, and that basically what was missing was a purpose, and that purpose has been defined as a purpose to change 1 billion lives by the year 2025, and today we stand at 90 million lives impacted, and that's something that we are very, very deeply rooted to, and we are moving towards it. And at the same as we place this as our purpose, we are on a mission and have a goal to work in 5 continents by the end of year 2023, and we are well on the way of doing that. So from all of that what you call all of that lecture, if I may say, for on entrepreneurship, let's move to something light, and this is mindfulness at City Light. So there's a saying: if you protect your purpose protects you. So that's something that we've taken to very keenly, and implemented certain practices at the company which make mindfulness critical part of your day to day. So one major thing is a practice of being aligned with a leader in this space. So I'll tell you the reason why we are aligned with them. So if you remember this slide, 2 3 slides back, this slide was there. If you remember this slide, all of you might have thought that this guy needs help, and you are right. And I did not know that for a long time. I did not know it for many years that I needed help. And I found that help in a company called Mind Valley. And I'm not doing PR for them, but I am definitely somebody who will vouch for it till my dying day, because I've been a customer for over 2 years now, and it has changed my life. And when I could see the impact that it had on me, I was forced to think about the positive impact it could have on my team, and I was pleasantly surprised. Mind Valley had a business vertical as well within Mind Valley, where all of their lessons and quests that they had on board were built, and the format was changed in a way for it to be applicable to a team. And that was something that has been game changing for us, and all of our team has been greatly impacted by the progress and the efforts made by Mind Valley and their team. Apart from that, we have in-person trainings. This was a feature that we used to have pre-pandemic. Now those trainings have moved online. We have a monthly training schedule that we do, so the learning is continuous. Then we inspire each other to move forward in every aspect of life, which includes health and obviously wellness and creativity. So now moving on, quickly moving to the part where we talk about City Light beating the virus. So this is something that is very recent, and probably many of you would be able to align with it, because you were all forced indoors, and you were all forced to live with the same people, live in the same place for the long period, and that made you definitely more creative, made you introspect a lot more. So these are few examples in our company within City Light, where people did things which were superhuman to ensure that things get back on track for the company, which is something that I applaud. I applaud, and I want to present that to you. So this is an example of Gagan, who is the head of our factory. So after the lockdown was put in place in India, the different states and the borders of the states were locked. So basically, people could not move from one place to another, and internal movement was not allowed. Slowly but surely, they did allow movement, but it was not something that was easy. So back in May, we had pressure from multiple customers to supply material and to get the smart cities back on track post the lockdown, even though the lockdown was not fully lifted. So this is a short video. So that was a small story about what we did at the production side of things. Very inspiring, and I take my hats off to that team. So coming to the services side, where our vice president Ashish had a big task at hand. So the day the lockdown was implemented, it was a big challenge for everyone, and we have teams working in 130 cities. It was not easy for us to train them overnight. But I think thanks to the effort of Ashish and his team, we were able to quickly ramp up our teams and train them and get them the sanitizing help and material required to ensure that there was not a single day of break between the lockdown and the service that we had to deliver, that we have promised. So we got all the requisite movement approvals, special approvals for people to move, so that 205 hospitals, 139 banks, 380 schools, and 1,000 colonies did not face any issue during the lockdown. So that's again a great achievement, and this was highly appreciated by our customers. Quickly coming to the last part of my presentation, this is a product that our AVP Gaurav had spearheaded. This was a product that was envisioned during the lockdown while we were introspecting. He rallied his team during the lockdown without the material, without the support, without the teamwork and the brainstorming option available. People working from home started implementing projects. So this is a short video on how the project took shape initially. So this is one part of the project. So this is a hand sanitizing product, automatic hand sanitizer product. The second part, you see that there is a dispense happening. And then the third part, the team got a chance to move to the office and start playing around with the things that they had left in office 40-45 days back. And this is the final result. So I'll take 2 minutes of your time to display this.
කවදාවත් කලබලයට කරන්න එපා. මම දන්නවා ඩිසයින් එකේ රට මිරණ දැන් මට මාකට් ඇත්තටම කලබලෙට මම චෙක් කරගත්ත එක. මේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ ට්‍රස්ට් කරලා මගේ කලබලෙ. මට තියෙන ලෝකෙ වෙන්න රට මිරණ.
So that was also something that was a superhuman effort, and thanks to their efforts, we've been able to add a vertical within our team which works on AI and machine learning products. It's something that is very, very inspiring, and I would like to leave you all with three main messages. One is sorry, please, all of you, if you wish to start your own company, do not be deterred by my experience. The reason I shared this experience with you was that life is something that comes with its share of curveballs and ups and downs. It's something that you should not get bogged down by, and you should definitely search for your purpose. And I think keep working on making yourself bulletproof, because once you and any improvement, any mindful activity starts with yourself. And I think if you can bring yourself up to that level of enlightenment, you would be definitely able to cater to any demand that the world throws at you. It could be at work, it could be with your family, it could be absolutely anything in the world. And I think if you work on making yourself strong enough, your purpose is not something that you need to achieve when you're 60. You can achieve your purpose in your 30s, in your 20s. So that's something that I want to leave you all with. And also, an enlightened team can make magic happen, and that is something that these three examples definitely would have showcased to you. So thank you everyone once again for giving me this space, and I would be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Aman. Unfortunately, we don't have much time for Q&A. So if that is okay, I can direct you, everyone to your LinkedIn, and they can connect with you there. And thank you
Perfect.
so much for sharing your story. And I was just sharing it with my team as well, how a lot of the points that you mentioned align to and relate to our stories as ISEC members as well. And also the challenges that we are facing as an organization and the impact that we want to create. So I thank you a lot for being with us today. And we look forward to having you at a lot of our future touch points in the future. Yeah.
Thanks, Sumedha. Thank you. It was great being with all of you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Aman.
Bye bye. Thank you.
See you.
Thank you.